All right, this is Rio with Unity Gaming Group, and we are going to do Police Simulator again today. It's the open beta. This is episode 2. Today, I think we're going to focus a little bit more on the city stuff. I'll probably, at some point, just due to habit, move back to doing highway patrols and things like that. But for now, I think we're going to go with local city stuff and just kind of do like an open patrol of the city. Not going to lie, yesterday was interesting. There were a lot of issues that I just kind of looked at it and was like, what? But it is what it is. So we're going to go ahead and see how things go today. The inner city, if it's bad on the highway, I'll bet you the inner city is even worse. And that's what I'm kind of worried about right now. It's like, oh my God, if it was that bad earlier, how bad is it going to be now? So let's go ahead and take a look at that and see what's going on. And hopefully it's not nearly as bad as it was yesterday. I mean, it's probably going to be bad, but, you know, it is open beta. So, and I don't expect they're going to roll out changes that quick. At least I wouldn't imagine they would. But it would be nice if they could, but yeah, I mean, we're talking about a lot of work in a short period of time, and it's just not realistic. Development isn't like that. Something as simple as a couple of changes to like an algorithm can adversely affect the rest of the game, right? So you have to be very careful and choose your battles wisely in development. It's just how it is. So, I mean, it's not a big deal, but it's something to think about. We're not going to do a super long one. Okay, you're not going to let me change the hours. The most we can, there we go. Woo, that was weird. Let's do 45 minutes. That's about right. I don't want to be out here too long doing it. Plus the streams get really long and we don't like that. So, I like to keep it under an hour if I can, but sometimes you just can't do that. And, you know, it is what it is. All right, so we're doing a city shift, so I got to go get into my city outfit. Oh wait, so it doesn't persistently save the uniform you were in the last time. That's a big complaint. When I come over here to the locker and I go to my custom preset, I want to see the custom preset that I already have set up for this character. Instead, it's defaulted right back to normal. So if I wanted to be highway patrol and, you know, constantly, I can't do that. Well, they need a better way to handle that. Like, just being honest, it just needs to be different. But, okay, that's a nice blue uniform. I kind of like that, but I don't know. Let's go with a more modern and traditional. We'll do this. We're not wearing the stupid hat because it looks terrible. I mean, come on. And what's with the horse and the beaver and all that? I mean, ugh. Just saying. So this is your traditional police officer's hat. It's terrible looking. I mean, the band, if you can't really see it because you can't zoom in, but see this visor that supposedly sticks out? It should stick out further, and it shouldn't be so puffy. It should be flatter on the top, and it should be more, I guess, sleek. It's a little clunky. And the badge that's on the center of that hat, I used to be, in law enforcement, and in the earlier days of law enforcement when we wore those, it was a shinier badge on top, and the form is a little wrong. I mean, it needs some tweaking. But I mean, I guess it's not too bad, but I'm not going to wear the hat anyways because it just doesn't look right. So I'd rather just do that. All right, so we're going to do this. We've got a tool belt. What else do we have here? We have the undercover tool belt, which, just to point out, when you're undercover, which means you would not see a holstered sidearm on the outside of your clothing. Nor would you be greeted by people going, "Hey, officer, how are you?" If I'm undercover, I don't want to be seen. I don't want people to know that I'm a cop because I'm trying to bust somebody for drugs or something like that. So, of course, we can run around with no gun at all. There's our tool belt. I guess this will have to do for now. All right, so let's just go ahead and get on out of here. There's no point in save and exiting because it doesn't persistently save your uniform. They should probably have like a menu like they do in some of these RPGs, these single-player RPGs, where you can save what you look like. Oh my God, I just stepped out the door. I mean, come on.
I'm afraid I won't make it in time.
Let's turn it off. Oh, God. All right, so anyways, I hate it when it does that. I mean, you literally get to the front steps of the police department and suddenly you're being asked to go for a call.
Officer, I need your help.
I don't know. I haven't even explored the area yet. What do you want?
Hi, officer. Could you help me out, please? I'm looking for Bar Z. Could you point to it on the map?
All right, let's see if I can find it on the map.
Well, I can't find it on the map because I haven't done a patrol of the city yet. So, Natasha's, Brick and Mortar, Blackbird, Deer Statue, Precinct. I don't have it on my list, so I don't know. Yeah, no idea. The closest thing I got is this right here. I'm just going to give you that one.
Map?
Sorry. I don't think I like the way that is. I don't think I like the directions that you have to give. I think that's a little annoying, actually. My God, is there no good vehicles here? Let's grab one of these and go to the garage. We need to get that fixed up. First off, if I'm in town, I want the vehicle similar to the Explorer, like the UTV. It just looks better. But yeah, I don't like the map system and how that works, because here's the thing. If you're patrolling an area, not every time does it actually discover a new location for some reason. Like, I've been on every road on this map, and I've walked down it. I even got into a speed hack just so I could run around real fast and explore it. I just wish you could just know the area. You know, I don't feel like we should go from point to point to point to point to get all of these POIs. I think it would be better if in the general area you just got that particular section where the businesses were, or you could punch it up on a GPS on your phone and then search for it. Something to make it a little easier to give directions to other people, because, I mean, it's the tedious task of having to go to every single place and try to find those POIs and try to get it to actually register that you've found it, and then to save it. And I just find it to be, well, tedious. And I'd like to see that change. I think it would be better that if you're in that region and you drive generally in that direction and you get within a certain radius rather than just right next to the wherever you're going to discover it at, and it just says, hey, you've discovered this, or not even pop up the message so much as to just like a little tiny thing that says POI discovered, in text, and then the name of it, and you just have it kind of like float up your screen on the right side real quick and then be gone. I think if you're going to have discovery, that you need to make it simple, and you need to make it more area wide when you discover that area and you discover businesses within it. Because at the end of the day, if I really wanted to, and there should be some functionality for it, if I don't know where something is, I could just Google it. Hey, Google, where is Bar Z? And, and if that's the case, I mean, why are people even asking you for directions? They have a smartphone. They can just look it up. So it's one of them things where I would rather at least my smartphone on my police officer, he can look it up and say, okay, it's right here, and then give those directions, rather than having to drive all over the place and try to find them personally just so I can have them discovered on the map. Or at least toggle in the settings that just says full map discovery enabled. So that way you can just click the button and you know where everything is. Just my opinion anyways. All right, so anyways, let's get back to what we were doing, because I could talk about that all day. The Gladiator's kind of cool, but I don't want a regular standard cruiser. I want something. See, that's too big. That's like a Tahoe. Or, it's just too big. I want something that looks more like a Ford Explorer. Maybe not, particularly a Ford Explorer, but I guess the Gladiator 6 is going to have to do. All right, let's get rid of that one too. We only need one. We're going to have that be the UTV. We're going to go head over here. And we're going to... Okay. Okay. Current vehicle. Okay, that's the one that we're working on. How about, that's all. Well, no, that's not right. Evidence markers, securing poles. I'm not even sure what the securing poles function as, but who knows? Traffic cones, yes. Barriers, yes. Road flares, yes. We need more slots because there should be a fire extinguisher. That kind of drives me crazy that there's not. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this. All right. So do we want a winch? It's not functional. I don't think it works. I don't really want the winch, though, because if I have to pit somebody, I don't want it to destroy my winch, which is kind of the dilemma there. All right. We got cameras. Yeah, we want people to know that we're filming them. We definitely want that. We don't need a snare. No, we're not doing any of that. Yes, we want that. All right. Meh. I really don't like the retro. All right. White, blue. Default red and blue. See, I would think Metro would be like the blue and white. But which one's the better looking one? That's the question. Wish you could zoom in on this a little bit too and see more what you're looking at. Like when you're selecting, like if you're hovering over light bar, I wish it would kind of zoom in like it does for like sticker. I'd like to see the light bar better. See what I'm looking at. I'm not sure how that's going to look, but we're going to give it a shot. I don't like the spoiler either. I don't think that's necessary. I mean, this isn't a fashion statement. You're not trying to look cool. How about a chrome bull bar? I like that idea. Let's look at the default room. I noticed they don't have any traditional hubcaps. You see most police, like active police vehicles, it's like a steel rim with a silver rounded middle hubcap, which is also one of the ways you can identify a law enforcement vehicle. Just look at the standard, wheels, and if you see that center hubcap, you can pretty much tell. Especially unmarked. In Florida, like if you're riding down the road, I mean, they're sneaky. You could be looking at a F-150, think it's a good old boy driving it down the road, and then get up behind it and see that it's got a law enforcement, a yellow law enforcement license plate, and then you start noticing the little details, like the little antenna and the LEDs, the hidden lights that you can't normally see unless you're right up on top of them. So yeah, I mean, they're very sneaky. But yeah, I don't see a single one that looks like your standard issue wheel with the hubcap. So we're just going to go with what looks cool. I mean, I like that one the best, the default one. It's blacked out. Doesn't look too bad. So we'll go with that. We don't have any spots to put on there, unfortunately. That would be nice, although there's no alley lights either as far as I know. Oh my God, what happened? All right, there we go. All right, yeah, I think that's good. We're going to call that good. Sorry, allergies are killing me this morning. All right, so let's just take a look at this. Oh, literally no emission on those lights at all. None. There's no flashiness at all. That is not bright enough. That looks terrible. All right, let's go back in. That's disappointing. Okay. Full bar, light bar. Guess we're going to see if this one does it. I guess there's just something about this I don't like. It's not bright enough. If I'm behind you with this vehicle and you see me in the rearview mirror, it should be hard to look into that mirror and not be blinded. I mean, it is blatantly obvious in real life that there is something pulling you over behind you. I guess this will have to do, though. I mean, I guess I'm okay with it, but I just feel like it needs more intensity. All right, we're in a high crime area. What the hell's going on right there? All right, so the speed limit is 25. So we'll just go ahead and do this. Ho! What the hell? What the hell?
What's up, officer?
I mean, as an officer, shouldn't I be catching on this guy pretty much a little bit quicker? And am I going to have to tackle him? How's this going to work?
Please don't hurt me again. I will obey now.
You've resisted law enforcement orders. I have to arrest you. Please cooperate and move to the sidewalk.
No, don't. Please, officer.
Of course, my vehicle is... What do you mean the thief got away? He's right here. I just caught him. Okay. All right, so that's a problem, too. If I've tackled him, I have him handcuffed. He didn't get away. He's right here. So we're going to go ahead and just... liability reasons? What's this? Okay, let's go ahead and look at this. We already got him for fleeing. Background.
Show me your license and car insurance, please.
Oh, my God.
Okay, officer. There you go.
All right. Yes, he's got a gun permit. He is, it's his regular driver's license. No insurance. Constantly shaking. Someone just stole. Seriously? Seriously? What the hell? I'm just gonna.
I need some backup here.
I'm not even gonna search them. I'm just gonna send them to jail. They'll search them when they get to the jail. Well, let's see just how messed up this is gonna be. All right, you're on the center line for one.
Hey, partner, I just parked near you. I'll be at your location soon.
And why are you telling me you're going to be next to me soon when you're already here?
Please cooperate and come.
Look, he's walking away. Go get him.
Your servant.
Oh. I'm going to go get my car now. If I can remember where the hell it is, I just had to run down an entire street. Probably somebody stole my cruiser. No, I'm not telling you nothing. Go away. All right, let's see. That's another thing. There's red and blue flashes in the back window, but it's a blue and white configured car. So, not sure about that. Okay. What the hell is going on with this? All right. Casual mode on. Automated car repair on. Immediate points on. Detailed score explanations on. Ignore player damage on. Car damage on. Pedestrian collision on. Ignore. That's ignore. No consequence for patrol car accidents on. Show pedestrians greeting you on. Let's turn that off. Stop greeting me. Show pedestrians asking for help off. We don't want that. Show point of interest names, yes. Show current speed limit on. Limited tools. What does that mean? When turned on, the available charges for tools in the police vehicle's trunk can be refilled. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Automatic refill snare net, yes. Highlight crime scene evidence, yes. Highlight spike strips, yes. Show critically injured persons, yes. Automated license plate recognition or reader, yes. Active traffic violation detection, on. Ignored red light, on. Ignored stop sign, on. No turn signal used, on. Driving under the influence of alcohol, on. Driving under the influence of drugs, on. Show fleeing drivers, on. Commercial driver offenses, on. Show undeclared cargo, on. Show overloaded trucks, on. Transporting illegal items, on. Other violations, expired ID, littering. Let's turn that off. Nobody cares about the littering. Nobody cares about the jaywalking, especially in major metropolis. People just do what they're going to do. Carrying illegal items, yes. Selling drugs, yes. Drinking in public, yes. Car theft, yes. Wallet thieves. I would say yes, but if I'm doing a vehicle patrol, it is a pain in the ass because you have to chase them down and then you have to somehow get your vehicle back up to you, or you have to stand there away from your vehicle where it can be taken while you're gone. So I don't know. I think I might turn that off for now. Wallet thieves is kind of stupid anyways. Player violations, speeding. All right, no punishment for driving faster than the allowed speed limit, on. Ignore stop signs, on. Ignored red lights, on. Siren on for too long, on. Collide with other vehicles. No punishment for driving into another vehicle, on. Collide with environment, on. There's no punishments. Shoot without target, on. Walk over a red light. No punishment for walking over a red light at a crosswalk, on. Driving off-road, on. Ignore dangerous fire extinguisher use, on. Ignore driving over debris on the highway, on. Ignore removing road blockers, on. All right, so based upon these settings, especially this one right here, if I can find it again, ignore car damage. It's on. All right, everybody see that? Okay, now that I've changed it, though, their player vehicle collisions with pedestrians. Also turn immediate points feedback. So it turned it off for some reason. Why did it turn that off as long as I don't know. I don't know why it did that. I'm confused, I guess. So if I turn on the general casual settings, it says ignore player vehicle damage and collision with pedestrians. Also turns on immediate points feedback. So if I turn that on, what happens is it does this. Oh, see, now it stayed. Oh, no, it switched it back off. See, it's just, I turn it on, and it turns everything on. Makes the game aspects easier. All right, so we'll turn that back on. Now, if I do that, can I get rid of the greeting again without it messing with everything? I don't want people coming up to me and greeting me. It's annoying. It's like I got things better to do, and I don't want to be messing with you guys. So let's see. Okay, automated, blah, blah, blah. Show points, show pedestrians asking for help. Let's turn that off. No greetings. Yeah, it turns it right off. It's not... Yeah, that's annoying. I don't like that at all. So either I go casual mode and everything gets turned on, or I'm kind of screwed, you know. And here's the thing: is the damage isn't? It's still taking damage. At least it was. So let's give it a shot. See what happens. We're just gonna do something crazy here. All right. So let's just go crash into something real quick. Right here. Bam. So, yeah. No vehicle damage, huh? Sure looks like vehicle damage to me. Wonder what happens if I run anybody over. Well, that seems to have worked. So let's just cause some chaos real quick, and then we'll go repair the car. Well, at least I'm allowed to run over pedestrians now. They ignore it. But the damage is still working. We're just going to crash into some stuff and see what happens. I want to get a good head of speed going this time. It's fine. Let's choose something really cool. Bam! Yeah. So the damage still does not work. Why am I not surprised? Tried to steal a car, huh? We even know where this guy is? There he is.
Get out of the vehicle slowly.
Can you see my hands, officer?
It doesn't even. I just saw them trying to car theft. There we go.
You were being arrested for attempted to take a vehicle unlawfully.
Please, don't do that.
What's this? How are you? Why are they walking away?
I need backup to take a subject into custody.
Understood. The closest available unit will be dispatched to your location.
Seriously? You couldn't figure out to go around and then come in and then pick up the suspect? You're going to park right there. Wow.
Please, do not resist and come with me to the patrol car.
I have to.
She's walking away from you, bro. There you go. Yeah, we're just testing, so it doesn't really matter. We're not trying to clean anything up or anything like that. All right, so let's just go ahead and go find a precinct, repair the car. Maybe we can end the shift and try a new one this time. Let's see. Stop, map. We want to go right here. We're just going to kamikaze drive over here because, yeah. Bonsai! With everybody going psycho. It's like GTA in this game right now. The hell? Why are you running? Somebody open the door and just hit her with the door. Just saying. Alright, so yeah, that's definitely frustrating. I'm not sure I like that at all, but, you know, it is what it is. I really don't like that the lights don't really... I mean, it should be bright. If we turn these things on, people should be having to, like, shield their eyes. It's not bright enough. All right, now before we do anything else, I am going to jump up. I'm going to take a quick break to go get some water because, you know, it's one of them things. But let me see if I have a... I'll be right back or something here. I probably do. I do, as a matter of fact. And I'll be right back. All right, and we're back. So, let's go ahead and put that down again. We are getting ready to do a call out this time, just to kind of look at the call outs. But yeah, I've already seen some major problems. I'm pretty sure my shift is probably ended. Maybe I should just go ahead and end the shift and start a new one first. Might be a good idea. Let's just go ahead and do it. Where's my desk? I think it's that one, isn't it? Nope. Nope. All right, so I can't end my shift if I want to. Well, there's one way to end it. Let's shoot somebody. Well, apparently that's gonna. There we go. All right, so let's just replay the day. Okay, so we want open patrol, and we'll just grab a district, maybe something like this. Let's see, I don't understand why it's giving me shift durations if I'm on open patrol right now. I don't understand. If it's open patrol, let me do the whole place. Let's do the night shift. There it goes. That's weird. All right, we're the night shift. We're going to go for a little ride. Call-outs are probably going to be... Yeah, they're still off, thank God. See, that's better at night. That's how it should look during the day, though. It should be that glinty and bright. It shouldn't matter if it's night or not. I mean, if I come up behind you and I've got those lights on, you'll definitely know it. Instead, they're all faded and dim during the day, which just doesn't look right. But that looks pretty good right there. Other than the fact that there's car damage, which is annoying. But we'll go ahead and get started. Since we're on open patrol, we can just... Oh, look. There's something right there. That's a one-way road, but I'm going to go ahead and just... I'm going to do this.
A police officer is in pursuit of a suspect and has requested a roadblock. Can anyone help?
Yeah, I suppose I can try.
Copy that.
Yeah, we're just going to try this roadblock thing. I have no idea. I've never done a roadblock, so we're going to find out. At least not in the game. But, yeah, it is what it is. What do I got for a roadblock? Are you not going to let me open the trunk? It's too close, apparently. Not what I wanted. Tools. Road barriers. Okay. Now how do I... There we go. Is that really the extent of our roadblock? It really is. All right, so it's roadblocked. What now? Not real sure what the point of that barrier is if you can't really extend it and you only get one. That doesn't help. I mean, the smartest thing I could do is put my car in the way so that people can't, drive through. Apparently, that's it. I'm not sure what else I'm supposed to do here. We're looking for a taxi, a white taxi. But I don't see a white taxi. I don't see anything. He's way the hell over here.
Stop! Don't make...
So just, please.
Where's the damn license plate? That's 9WT516. That ain't her. Maybe it's this guy down here. Holy.
Open the door and step out of the vehicle.
Okay, okay. I surrender.
The reason why you're under arrest is because you fled from a law enforcement officer. Please step onto the sidewalk.
Please, don't do that.
I have to search you. Kindly cooperate with me.
Still, that's some weird stuff.
Backup requested to take a suspect into custody. I repeat.
Never
backup
made it to the
requested.
roadblock.
Understood. The closest available unit will be dispatched to your location.
I don't know why he ended up way the hell back here. Don't walk away. What are you doing? We need a way to like billy club them or baton them or something so they stop moving. They should not be walking away.
Resist and get into the police van. No choice.
It's just so weird. There's too much distance between the suspect and the detaining officer as well. He should have a hand on his handcuffs and be escorting him physically to the vehicle and helping him in rather than just kind of walking behind him. We're going to go ahead and have this towed.
I have a vehicle here for towing. Can you send a tow truck to my current location?
Tow truck will be at your location shortly.
And it's way, way, way further away than the actual roadblock, which kind of hurts a little bit. That is a royal pain in the butt. We're not handling accidents right now. I don't remember what button it is for. I don't have WeMod running right now, but you can get WeMod for testing. It helps because then you can super speed run and all kinds of stuff, which is nice. All right, so my roadblock is gone all by itself. Let's see if my stuff is back in the trunk. Yeah, it's all back in the trunk. Okay. Three. Should align it. It's on the sidewalk for one. Should alignment. It's the wrong direction. We're not going to have it towed though. See, at least he paid the meter, so. But we will have it ticketed, so we make a little money on that. Again, I can't express this enough. There should be a mirror. I can't show you with my mouse, unfortunately. But I would say you need a mirror just above the, up there right below the directional line for the driver mirror. One for the left side of the vehicle on the left side of the screen and one on the right side of the screen for the left and right mirrors. I think that's absolutely paramount, or some way, or even like if you're reversing, even a reverse camera would be nice. But the mirrors in general, and you can toggle them, I make them so you can toggle them on and off, but I definitely need mirrors, because if I was to just play this normal, like I'd be like, okay, well, I'm looking in my mirror right now, but the mirrors don't function, right? So I couldn't see anyways if anybody was coming. So I could get hit and not even know I'm a problem to somebody else. And the only way to do it is to look back, right? So if I have to look back, I'm not watching what's going on ahead. So just a thought there. You have to have some principle or some fundamental operational things in your vehicles so that we're not endangering ourselves and others on the roadways. Yeah, just my thought anyways. So, and my thoughts are a little scattered right now, so you'll have to forgive me for that. But he's a little too close to the curve. He's also no parking. I can't really read that. No parking 8 a.m. to 12 noon Thursdays. And it is Saturday. It's weirdly aligned and it's really close to the curve. We'll leave it alone. Parking meter's valid. So I'm not really doing parking tickets unless I see something blatantly obvious. And there's a lot of that. That's another thing about this game is that there's just literally things everywhere. Like, look, there's another one right there. Parked on the wrong side, or, pointed the wrong way. We got this dude here standing here looking like he's going to steal the car. The hell is that? What the hell is that? Parking ticket. Wrong direction. I don't know what that mark is on my map. If that's something I need to... What the hell is this? Well, okay. This is an accident, I think. Did he just... No gun permit, no driver's license, invalid insurance. He's running again. Alright, so you're going to be a problem here. You're going to just take me on a high-speed chase.
I had to pull you over because a background check of this car revealed that the registered owner has an expired ID.
Don't you have better things to do?
Give me
Please
your
show
ID.
me your ID and vehicle insurance.
Here you go, officer.
25. It's 22 on the game. Well, that's weird. No gun permit, but no insurance. You know,
Please
the way
step
he was
out of the
driving and the way he
vehicle
tried to
and walk
run
to
from
the
me.
sidewalk.
I mean, why not? We're going to turn this into something it's not, but that's okay.
Hey, officer.
Stop greeting me. I turned you off. All right, let's see. All right, let me see here. We're going to go ahead and...
All right. I'm just collecting a sample to check if you've had any alcohol while driving.
Is there a reason why you wouldn't stop for me?
Please allow me to collect a
Were
sample.
you
to see if
high?
you're
Were you
under the
on, are
influence
you
of any
drunk?
drugs.
Nothing. And you're not going to let me actually... Well, let's just search you.
I have to search you. Kindly cooperate with me.
Oh, there we go.
I have to arrest you for carrying a weapon without a valid permit. It's against the law.
Please, don't do that.
This is an open carry state. So, sorry. You are going to jail.
Backup requested to take a suspect into custody. I repeat, backup requested.
Copy that. The nearest available unit will be sent to your current location.
I'll soon be at your location.
Nothing could be found.
All right, partner. I'll go ahead and take the suspect into custody. Please cooperate and come with me to the police van.
No choice.
All right, the wandering away thing is really driving me crazy. Normally, I'd have him sitting on the curb in handcuffs. Order him to sit down and stay put until the arrest transport gets there. All right. So there's that. Okay. So at least that didn't result in much, but let's move this just to avoid what's going to happen next, which is the tow truck is going to try to pull up. Who the hell dented my car already? We're just going to get this tow truck here. See if it works any better.
I have a vehicle here for towing. Can you send a tow truck to my current location?
Tow truck will arrive.
Very jerky the way these things arrive. I think they need to add two different models or two different ways the tow truck can interact with wrecked cars or with cars that need to be towed. They should make this one of the side loaders like it is now, but they should also have the deck that you can roll down and winch it up onto. That way when you're on the highway, if you're in the right shoulder or whatnot, or on a shoulder or even in the lane, tow truck comes around in front of the vehicle and pulls it right on up onto the deck. That way you're not taking up multiple lanes and you're not obstructing traffic and you're not putting personnel in a position where they could be in trouble, where they could get run over, or civilians for that matter. But all right, so I had it towed. I'm going to pull up and see if the tow truck moves. And it is not moving. It's stuck right there. So once again, tow truck is not acting correct. It's not doing the right thing here. And there's nothing obstructing it. I'm going to get out and just look real quick. But it wasn't an accident, so there shouldn't be anything obstructing it. I don't see anything there. It's for a scuff mark on the road. There's nothing below it, but other than that weird thing hanging down right there. There's a license plate suddenly under it, it looks like. Not that I can get it. Can't crouch. So there's no way for me to actually get it. Unless that's not really there. It wasn't an accident, though. There wasn't a smashed up vehicle here or anything. So why is there a piece of license plate on the ground right there, and why is it sticking underneath the truck? That's a good question. But it is what it is. There's another roadway that's going to be completely clogged. Ugh. Alright, we're just gonna... Good, we can cruise on through here. I just want to see what this marker is, so we're going to run over here real quick. It's a frickin' car thief. What are you doing?
Did you have to tack?
Ooh.
You are under arrest for resisting law enforcement orders.
What?
You have attempted to take a vehicle without...
What?
And then he just stopped talking. I was like, what? Oh, yeah. Then he just, I guess he did the lip sync thing where the voice didn't come with the mouth motion. I mean, that's just a small little thing, but yeah, still, that's a little crazy. All right, we're gonna take his ID.
Yes, officer. There you go.
No gun permit, so we're gonna go ahead and search him real quick. Then we'll call the arrest transport. Then we're getting the hell out of here because it's turned into a disaster already. So quick search.
Put your hands up slowly, please. I'm going to search you.
Pocket watch and a stolen wallet.
I need...
And it's just cutting out the sound again.
Good. We're sending the closest transport to your location.
Let's see if he runs over and hits him. Stop moving, bro. If I could punch you, I would.
I need you to...
So he was a wallet thief and a car thief. If I saw that right. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Come down here and see what we see. What the hell is this? I'm not sure what this is. I guess this is the one that I'm supposed to be looking at. Tried to steal another car?
Please don't hurt me again. I'll obey now.
I have to arrest you for trying to escape from a law enforcement officer.
No, don't. Please, officer.
I need to see your driver's license and registration, please.
Yeah, sure, officer.
The thief got away. I'm right here with her. No gun permit. Okay. She's drunk. I mean, not that it matters, but she was operating a motor vehicle and she's already arrested for car theft and she's already fleeing arrest. And she's also, if she's drunk, but that's fine. She'll probably use that as an excuse. I was drunk. I don't know what I was doing. But, it's probably one of those things that we're going to have to check. So let's just go ahead. And we can't do a breathalyzer. I don't think. It's not going to let us. Let's just search her.
Put your hands up slowly, please. I'm going to search you.
Make sure she doesn't have a handgun or a switchblade or anything like that. Pocket knife. Well, the pocket knife is pretty normal. Smartphone is pretty normal. Manual drill. What the hell is that for? I guess that's to break into the car. Maybe she drills the locks and then pops the lock on it or something. I don't know. I wouldn't know how to break into a car. Sort of a Slim Jim. Let's just call her an arrest.
To take a subject into custody.
Arrest transport. Get here.
Available unit will be dispatched to your location.
Just gonna watch this real quick.
Do not resist and come with me to the patrol car.
She's kind of just doing her thing. That wandering is going to drive me crazy. They should not be wandering until I would change the procedure on that. All right. So when you stop a suspect and they're standing there, they should remain stationary unless you particularly move them to another location. If you move them to another location, which should happen in this game, you should be able to escort, like, for instance, highway patrol. When I'm on the highway, I pull somebody over and I ask them to get out of their car. I expect him to move around to the front or the back of the car, depending on what the situation is. If they won't do it automatically, which maybe that's the problem, maybe they shouldn't do it automatically. Maybe you should, once you have them in handcuffs, or even if you don't have them in handcuffs, escort them around to the front or the back of the car manually, so that you can position the pedestrians or the offender or whatever you want to call them in a safe place where you're in a safe place, and then they stay there until the arrest transport shows up and pulls them into the vehicle. Or like if a tow truck shows up, make them stand there until that tow truck gets the car safely loaded onto the back of the bed, and then allow that automation to fire to where they walk directly to the tow truck. They get inside the tow truck. They drive away happily ever after. I think they need to redo that into a more procedural way that allows us to keep ourselves and the people out of harm's way and to properly initiate and handle a traffic stop. You wouldn't find an officer standing in the middle of the fast lane on a highway giving a breathalyzer test. But if that's where they position themselves automatically, there's nothing you can do but stand there and hope you don't get mowed down by a rig that's not paying attention. It's just not realistic. So I definitely think that needs to change. But let's go ahead and get this car out of here real quick. Oh, look, that tow truck is still stuck there. What do you know? We're just going to go ahead and have this thing
I have a
towed.
vehicle here that needs towing. I need a wrecker at my current location, please.
Did it not work? They didn't respond, and there's no wrecker. That doesn't. Oh, there's the wrecker. He's trying to make a turn here. Oh, look, it just disappeared. The truck is completely gone. Well, that's one way of getting rid of it. Now, if you could just fix that problem, we'd be good. Alright, let's just... Seriously? Seriously? Can't open the gates here to go into the park. Or this little alcove. Just thought it... Well, that's blatant. Expired meter on the curve. Alright, what else we got here? I'm not sure what the red circle is supposed to indicate. Oh, ran a red light.
I pulled you over because you just drove through a red light.
Excuse me? I'm 100% sure it was green.
It wasn't green because I was right behind you, idiot.
Let me see
All
your
right,
ID
let's
and,
see.
if available, this vehicle's insurance, please.
Sure, officer. Here you go.
All right, 23. So that's good. 23, that's good. It's got an expired license plate, though. All right, so we're going to give that back. We're going to go check that license plate one more time. Not that I can see shit. All right, yeah. Let's just check this. No open warrants. No gun permit. Valid registration. So we're going to give him a ticket for expired license plate.
I have to fine you for having an expired license plate. It will cost you between $50 and $250.
I should have stayed at home.
You should have. Considering your company's supposed to take care of that, not you. But that's besides the point. We're also going to give you a violation for driving. And we're going to ignore the red light.
You're being charged and ticketed for between $120 and $250 for running a red light.
There goes my day.
All right, now before we let him go, I don't care if you're angry. You did it. Just want to check one more thing. Let me see your license again. Because you should, if you're driving a cab,
Please show me your license. And
you should
vehicle
have a commercial
registration.
driver's license. So let's find
Yes,
out.
officer. There you go.
He doesn't even have a commercial driver's license, which you have to have that endorsement to drive a cab. It's a chauffeur's license, I believe, Class C. So technically, I should be able to cite him for not having a commercial driver's license. I don't know. Some states it's different, but most states you have to have that endorsement because they want you to go through a safety-approved course so that you know how to operate a motor vehicle safely for your passengers, especially when you're going to have anywhere from 3 to 5 people in your car. You can potentially pack in 1 or 2 in the front and then 3 in the back. So you want to definitely make sure you have a commercial driver's license. I know in the state of Mississippi, the state of Florida, and the state of Michigan, you have to have a commercial driver's license to operate a cab and an endorsement. So just a thought there. Anyways, we're going to give it back because we can't cite him for it. And we're just going to go ahead and let him go from here.
All right, you're free to go. Enjoy your day.
What the hell are you doing? Oh, you're jaywalking, but I don't really care. If you've ever been on U of M campus or Michigan State University campus, you've seen the craziness that is people's patterns when they're walking and they're crossing streets, and everybody's car proof. They can get run over and be fine. I could try another call out. I really don't like to do the call outs. I like the idea of the open world and just kind of doing your thing. You know what I mean? Another one. Broken taillights. But that's the least of his concerns. He just ran through a red light. No open warrants. Does have a gun permit. Everything else checks out. Let's turn this on. Driver driving. Ignore
I
the red
stopped
light.
you for blowing through a red light.
The car behind me also went through the lights, so they must have still been green.
Let me see your driver's license and, if available, this vehicle's insurance, please.
Okay, officer. There you go.
All right. All right. Does have a gun permit. You smell alcohol.
Slowly step out of the car and move to the sidewalk, please.
At least he actually is moving to the sidewalk this time.
Please cooperate peacefully while I take a sample to check if you're drunk.
Well, that is not drunk. That is it's only 1%, no, 0.01%, and it has to be 0.08 or higher. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to give him the violation for driving the red light. Okay.
I'm issuing you a ticket for running a red light. That will be around $120 to $250.
I don't have that much money.
Now you stay right here for a second. I'm going to check for open container. Although there is no open container violation. Search vehicle. Because we smell the alcohol. He's got some in his system. Alright, let's just check the driver's side now, because you just never know. Could have it under the seat or in the console. Nope, nothing. Okay. So there's no open container violation, and his DUI results weren't that high. So we're just going to go ahead and let him go.
You're good to go. Bye. We're finished here. You're free to go.
Why are you saying
Have a
it
nice
twice?
day and take care.
You need to keep the conversation short and sweet because it can escalate quickly. So it's almost best that you just, send him on his way. We didn't give him a ticket for the broken headlights, but it's because they don't look broken to me. But I guess it's just me. Also noticed I don't have my menu for the automatic license plate reader. None of that's working. I'm not sure if that's something I hit or what the deal is, but we're going to go ahead and just swing back to the station and see what we can do to fix that. Also, when you make your turn, the turn signal should automatically turn off. Whoa! Well, technically I could pull him over for that. He's speeding though. Look at how fast he's going. Did he come here or did he go around? I think he went around. I don't see him anywhere. No, I don't see him anymore. All right, well, I should have pulled him over, but oh well. I wasn't really trying to do that anyways. I was trying to go back to the station. I need to find out why my ALPR is not working. I don't have any menus at all actually underneath, which is a little strange. I should have that stuff because all of it's equipped on the vehicle, right? Well, no, my customizations are all gone. That's part of the problem right there. So we're going to go back to the station and see if we can fix that. I think part of the problem is that there's too much stuff. Like the crime is like rampant. There are violations everywhere you look. And things happening that are just a little unrealistic because it's happening so much. Which kind of bothers me a little bit. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. I just think, yeah. Crap. It didn't trigger the garage. There we go. I'd also like a timer. I want to know how much time I've spent on duty, how much time is left. I don't want to have to kind of just look at the date and time on the top left and try to figure it out. I think it needs to be a little bit more, like transparent. It needs to be, hey, you've been on shift for this long and you have this much longer to go. That would be nice. I would actually be very welcome. All right, so yeah, it disabled all of my customizations. The matrix sign was disabled. The ALPR was disabled. So we'll save that and bring it back out. Like right now, I have no idea how long I have left on my shift before I need to be done. I don't think I need a repair, but let's just do that anyways. We'll just back in. All right. And my lights are now turned off again. There we go. Oh, it's open patrol. That's right. I don't have to worry about time. So I can end the shift, but it still needs the timer and stuff when you're in regular. So that hasn't changed. My opinion on that is still the same. Yeah. So there are some serious quirkiness. I think I've pointed out a few things that definitely need some adjustment. Spots and alley lights on the sides of the lights would be nice, and alleys in general. More alleyways, places where things can happen in the dark, where you shine your alley light in and you get out and you investigate. Those are things that you would do. I definitely think the spots would be nice. Because, normally when you pull up on somebody and you're pulling them over, you use your spots and you position your spots into the mirror of the car in front of you so that it shines and reflects into their face. So you don't have to carry around a mag light and, look through the window and try to blind them that way. Because the last thing you want is for them to be able to clearly see you if they have a weapon and they try to shoot you through the window. You want to be able to assess the situation safely while they can't really see because their vision's impaired, and then just take a look. And maybe when you're walking up on a car like this, like if I'm walking up and I see something on the back seat, I mean, you can't really, but you should be able to just scan it, do this and say there was something on there, like I saw syringes or I saw a gun or I saw an open bottle of alcohol. I could look into the vehicle, see that, know that they've got an open container of alcohol, know that they have a weapon, and, then assess the situation before I ever get up to the window. So then I'm like, oh, God, well, they've got something going on here. And then I'm all, get out of the vehicle, put your hands up, slowly get on the ground. I'm doing all that. So just a thought anyways is that would be something that I would definitely recommend too. Traffic stops are dangerous. They've always been dangerous. You never know what you're walking up on, but using your senses, your eyes, your ears, your smell, all that, you're able to determine just how dangerous a situation is a lot of times. And you can always tell by how they're looking if the passenger or the driver in the car is constantly looking in his mirror and he's looking down and he's shuffling around in his glove box, that you need to be careful because he could be reaching for a gun or he could be hiding something. Those are all situational things that you should consider when you put it into a law enforcement game like this. But I think for the most part, I've pointed out the things that are really bothering me right now. One of the big things is the tow truck pickups and drop-offs need some adjustments. Definitely need to be able to position your detained civilian and to put them on a curve and have them stay on the curve. Don't let them wander at all. Because if you don't position them, and you don't have to position them with cuffs on, you can simply escort them to the curb. I mean, if they're wearing cuffs, and obviously you're going to grab them by the middle of the cuffs and you're going to hold a hand on the shoulder and you're going to kind of guide them over to the curb. But if you're just talking to somebody and you want them to be in a safe position, they should be either at the back of their car or the front of their car and out of traffic. They should just stand there and wait for you to give them a citation or a DUI or, do the drug test or the alcohol, the breathalyzer. They shouldn't be standing out in the road. That's a big problem, and that's it's a safety issue. So something to think about in the future when you're tweaking things. I noticed when the cars accelerate, when all the police cruisers do, they're basically doing a burnout. All right. If anything, you should change how that works to where maybe the tire doesn't spin as fast or as much as it gains that momentum, or change the animation a little bit, because it looks funky. It looks like you're just trying to do a burnout. I don't know. It just kind of bugs me the way it looks, but those are just little things. It's not a big deal. Major gameplay, definitely would recommend the things that I've said in this video. Now, in the next video, I'm probably going to do an episode 3, which might be later today. It might not. I'll probably go back to the highway, because inner city is okay, but it's kind of... look, there's a littering one. I've got that disabled. But the inner city stuff, it's kind of compacted. And when you've got, the arrest or the arrest transport showing up, and they're taking up the whole road, they're running the middle line, and they're parking in the middle of the road, that can cause problems. And what happens if I have to detain somebody and then I have to call an ambulance for somebody else? Suddenly you've got 2 of these vehicles that are coming in, and they're causing a huge traffic jam, causing one of them to not be able to reach you properly, because the AI is not smart enough to say, oh, I need to go around and I need to get closer, or I need to find a place to park that's out of the way of other AI of drivers. So they don't have any of that. And that causes a major traffic jam while you're doing it. Now, visually, I'm starting to like it. I do think that during the day, those lights need to be as bright or brighter, to reflect the fact that if you're driving around in the real world and you get pulled over in the middle of the day, you're going to know it. It's going to be blinding in your mirror. You're going to see those lights, whereas in the game, you don't. The only time you really get a good visual on those lights is at night. And that's kind of disappointing, because, you want it to be very obvious that it's an emergency vehicle with flashing lights. So that's something that you need to work on probably. But yeah, anyways, I could go on and on and on, but I'd like to go ahead and stop the episode here, get this one uploaded, and then I'll start on a highway patrol episode in a few minutes, or maybe even an hour or two. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, those are my thoughts, and I hope this helps. Once again, as at the end of every video I'll probably do for a while, we've got this. Now, Stars and I, they call me Rio online, but my name is Jeremy, and my wife and I have server hardware. All right, we have commercial server hardware. We have 2 towers behind us that can host up to 26 or 27 servers apiece, especially like ARC servers and things. But we run ARC Survival Ascended, Conan Exiles, and Pal World. It's a privately owned and hosted server. We've got PvE, so it's player versus environment, not player versus player. It's QOL mods, so quality of life mods. We have everything from Omega teleporters and remotes to a gravestone, so that you don't have to actually go in and retrieve your corpse when you die. You can get your gear back using those teleporters or the gravestone, depending on what you put down. Just make sure you put them down first, otherwise you might not be able to retrieve it. The remotes from the Omega teleporters package will also get you out of just sticky situations where you're stuck in geometry. It happens in ARC, so it's definitely something you want to think of. The rates are boosted. They're not insane, all right, but you have to understand how ARC works, is that the base rates are they're lousy at first, because you're basically hand gathering everything, right? Well, then you start getting tools and it's a little bit better, and then you get dinos and it's pretty good. All right, and ours are actually set up to like 3x from the start, so you're going to get a lot. All right, so you don't really need to worry about getting too many materials. And we do offer a community center as well, where you can get most of the base resources. I think there are certain things that are not allowed, that we don't give away, but the community center's on Ragnarok, so you'll have to download and have that map installed. But we do have all current maps, and we do plan on all future maps, as long as they're official or they're officially a part of the ARC lore, we'll probably put them in. Daily backups and restarts. No monetization. We don't see a lot of these private servers. They'll ask for money all the time. Oh, $5 and we'll give you this, and you'll get privileges and everything else. We don't do that. It's strictly donations, and only if you feel like it, and only if I feel like letting you do it. I'm a little iffy about that. I don't like donations simply because you have to understand that if you give a donation to a server host, all right, you're giving a gift to them. You're not paying for a service. You're not paying for benefits. You're not paying for more dinos. You're not paying for anything. It is a gift. So we don't usually do it. Anyways, we've got a laid-back admin. We're all pretty decent. We all know each other in real life. We've been friends for years. So we all know each other, and believe me when I tell you that if you try to get in between admins, it's not going to work out for you. Privately owned, like I said, our cluster focuses on making the ARC experience available for all people from all walks of life with boosted rates and extended decay. You don't have to worry about losing your progression because it's extended. So you don't have to log on every 5 days to make sure your stuff is still there. Now, there is some exceptions. If you build a thatch base, don't expect it to be there in 2 weeks. It's going to decay. But that's 2 weeks. You need to log on the map that you're built on for about 30 seconds. Let your base render, and then you can leave, and then it's refreshed. And I think we have tech and metal up to like 60 and 80 days. So, I mean, come on. 80 days. And you can't log on? Well, then you deserve to have your stuff decayed. I mean, that's just the way it is. But anyways, I think that's all there really is to say. I hope this video helps the development out, and maybe it'll inspire others to comment and to offer suggestions and talk to the developers. Astragon seems to be pretty good about recognizing suggestions and in chat and in Discord, and they seem to communicate. So maybe it's not a bad thing to have these videos. I'm going to keep making them, and I'll keep offering feedback, because some of the oddities, they're not going to know, and it's too hard to describe in just a regular report, right? Because, what was the, where were you at? What road were you on? What were you doing exactly? What did you do out of order? What did you do in a way that wasn't consistent with the way it should have been done? All of those things need to be taken into account, and you can't really just put that in a paragraph and say this is what happened. Sometimes seeing it is believing it, and seeing it is how you determine what needs to change. So that's why these videos are being made, and I hope they help, because I'd really like to see police simulator patrol officers actually be successful. The only disappointing part about this whole thing for me is that we can't have more than 2 multiplayers. And I'd like dedicated servers for this so that I want to build my own city. I don't want to just be stuck with one city. I want to be able to expand upon it, and I want to make sure that there are districts and there are different departments and different, jurisdictional, bodies of government. So there's the sheriff's department, there's the local city PD, there's the, the state police, there are special police marshals. I want all that. So, I mean, that's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about, I want to have 10, 20 people running around in the city. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I'm going to get this uploaded, and I hope it helps.